Have you ever wanted a simple, not too advanced, quick grab tutorial? Well, this is the video for you. You can go ahead and create a lobby by doing what I do, put in a password, change the amount of players. I just wanted to escape that lobby in case anyone joined and made noise. But yeah, once you're in the lobby here, you can always just go to levels and do the basic levels in the main tutorial, but that's not any fun. Plus, why would you want to do tutorials when you could just skip straight into the fun? So today, I'm gonna show you all how to play grab. Starting with the main basics in building. In building, when you come into a lobby, you'll come into create. Then you'll have editor, where if you pull up your hand and you twist it 90 degrees like that, your build menu will come up. You have a lot of selections, prefabs, saves, and selection. We'll get to selection later. Ambience, which you can change the sky color and everything, and signs. So you can teleport to signs and sounds. If you guys hear anything in the background, it's my brothers being loud like usual. But yeah. Now, first things first, I see a lot of new people, if they're trying to make gray blocks, they'll use this one, and they're trying to make a gray character, so, oh, this is the only gray block, so I'm gonna make a little gray stick figure with this block. But, and if they're trying to use yellow, they'll use this, and, blah blah blah, blue will be ice, and yeah, lava will be red. But there's actually this concrete block. People just call it the color block, so don't hate on people if they call it the color block, because it's the most famous name for it. So this, you might be thinking, oh, it's just white. It's not a color block. But that's where selection comes in. If you go to your selection by just simply clicking it, you'll see this menu. Ignore these options. You can go to a more advanced tutorial video. And yeah, so right here you see the color. If you click on that, then you see this big palette. You can go to advanced. You can go to, I like using simple. You can save colors down here. But yeah, these are all the main colors. So let's say I want to make grass. I get one of my saved grass colors, like that. Or I could get a normal, new grass color. So hey, I'm trying to make a map. I want to make it straight. So I'll extend it using these blue squares here. I'll hold on them and stretch it. But wait a minute. That's not straight. How do I make it straight, you might be asking? See, right here you have this. You have position snap and rotation snap. If you want it to be pure straight, you change your rotation snap to all the way up to 90. So that way, when you start moving it, it'll only be in straight directions, 90 degrees. And you can always change it to different. If you're trying to do smooth movements, 0. And position snap. Position snap is, well, yeah, position. So if you put both of them up to 90, you'll see that it moves pretty well. I don't even know the word for it. But yeah, put both of them at 0 if you're trying to do smooth. Now, all these. I'll explain to these. If you come down to, oh shoot, hold on. If you come down to rendering, you will see this. Gradient makes it so whatever gradient color you have selected, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's like this. So you do second color. Let's say I want my second color to be that. See, it's blended kind of. So yeah, and then you can always turn it off at any time. You don't have to use it. I guess you could say it makes it like more realistic, kind of. But and then if you come to here, it'll automatically be set to default. And then there's specularity, which you can decide how shiny it is. So let me like, it's not working. It's not being shiny. But yeah, specular color, I want it to be yellow. It's not. See that? So it's shiny. Yay! It's like it's gold. So yeah, and yeah. But if you don't want it to be specular, you can make it neon. Better example of this is if you get a neon red block. You can see it neon here, but if we were to go back to normal, sorry, it's not working. If we were to go back to normal, you'd see it change. Sort of. You can't really see it. But neon and normal, there's a huge difference. An even better example of this, if you get a red block, just normal red block, and then get a neon red block. You see the difference now. And yeah, so then we have transparent. This, you can only have 20 transparent blocks. You can stack them and kind of make it look like fog, but there's actually a fog setting, but I won't talk about that in today's tutorial video. And yeah, so color. But so let me get a new color block since I just messed that one up. Make it red, and then I don't really know how to say that word actually, but this bottom one, it's pretty much like, it's super bright transparent. Yeah, these are the start blocks. These green circles right here are where you will spawn in levels, and these red ones are the ends. So if you want to publish a level, you'll need to make sure that it is possible to beat. You gotta beat it first before you can publish it. Don't mind my prefabs. Now, grapple blocks. Grapple blocks are what they sound like. You can grab them, but you can also grapple them. Of course, because they're grapple blocks. Bouncy blocks are bouncy. You can't jump on them. And stone blocks have nothing special about them. These are the caramel apple blocks. Just kidding. They're the lava grapple blocks. They just look like caramel apples. But you can grapple them, but you can't touch them, otherwise they kill you. And then lava, if you touch lava, it just kills you instantly. Let's see. So, yeah. And then we have I actually don't know what these are, what blocks these are. People like to call them the cheese blocks, though, since they look like cheese. These are, like, grabbable. And then they have the breakable cheese blocks, which, it's breakable and normal whenever there's, like, these tiny cracks in them. So these you can grab and you can, but they break. So if you go to selection with them, you can change the time of how, like, these. And and wood blocks. Wood blocks are one of the most iconic. only grabbable too. And so then we have ice blocks. Ice blocks, the basic ice blocks you can only slide on. You know, they're basic when they look like this. And then updated ice blocks look like this. They're brighter and you can jump on them. You can't jump on the basic ones. I don't know if I already said that. Trigger blocks we'll talk about in another video. And yeah, that's all the blocks. But then I'll talk about the sign, because why not? The sign is, well, what you think. It's a sign. You can grab it since it's wood. So with the sign, if you select it, you'll see right here, you'll see this pencil writing on paper icon. If you click the pencil, you have to actually press your trigger. Same with all the other stuff that I said click. So this thing will pull up, and then it's just your normal keyboard. Put on whatever you want to. If you go to selection with this, you can hide the model, you can make it neon, you can make it light, you can change the color. And you can make it bigger, but only while the model is hidden. So you can't make your signs bigger if the model's not hidden. Gravity blocks, well, let me get a platform. Gravity blocks are what you'd think. They control the force of gravity. So right now it's facing down, so it'd be kind of hard for me to jump. Let's see. Hold on. Here, hold on. It's not really too strong. See, it pushes you. Yeah. You can change the direction, the force, in selection. I'm not going to go over that. Actually, maybe I will. Yeah, strength, it's kind of advanced. But yeah, and then particles. They're also advanced, so we're not going to talk about those. That's all you need to know in today's video. Come back again for another grab tutorial and other VR videos. Yeah. Marsman out. Crap, sorry, that's my other name. That's my old name. No, Marsman. Spoodle out.